This morning, I was making a Facebook and Instagram post, and I had the bright idea that I was like, hey, I'm going to make a video about this. Um, I am trying to channel my inner storyteller. So, here we go. What I'm about to say is roughly the past year. I'm going to go into our childhood just a little bit, but mainly everything that I'm about to talk about is the past year and how crazy things have been. Um, Although it doesn't matter what people think, I know from the outside eye that it looks like, whoa, how are they doing this? How are they putting all this together? And I'm going to tell you the story. And after I am done, I think that you will see also that there is no other reason that all this happened other than Jesus having a direct hand in all of this. So I'm going to start with Dace. When she was a child and growing up and everything, she did not have the dream of being a storm chaser. She grew up in Oklahoma just like I did, going through all the severe weather events and stuff like that, but she never had the urge to go and chase tornadoes like I did. Growing up, at first, I kind of wanted to be a cop. Then I fell in love with storm chasing and have always loved storm chasing. But I've always put it to the back of my mind just that meteorology and storm chasing is too saturated. I can't get on a camera and talk. I can't get on TV, all that kind of stuff. There's no way I could ever do that. I don't have the storyteller aspect to me, just stuff like that. That was really negative thinking. From the age, probably about middle school age, I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. And then high school up until last year, I thought I was going to be a pharmacist. And I actually went to college and got accepted into a pharmacy program, which then I dropped out to chase my dreams. Again, I know that I just made a video about all this. I just want to get a little bit better and a little bit more clearer. We probably about 3 years ago decided to go chase a thunderstorm in Cordell, Oklahoma. It's the infamous story that we have bald tires and no lights and all that stuff. But we chased it, and then we just kind of started chasing here and there. Not really live streaming. The little bit of live streaming that we did was just on the phone. And then we started moving towards getting more equipment, better live streaming, all that kind of stuff. And I bought the GoPro that we have been streaming off of, I think, a little over a year ago. And so it's definitely been a big deal. But everything didn't get super serious until about June of last year. I am really huge on you make your own opinion of someone. I will never speak illy of anyone. But we had a situation that we were put in. Dace was gifted a car for her graduation present. This car we then began paying on, but it was not in our name. We were about a week away from getting this car in our name. We were getting it all planned and everything, and then an unfortunate event happened with family, and it not only made it to where we couldn't get the car in our name, but it also made it to where a tow truck showed up and took the car out of our driveway. At first, we were super mad, didn't understand what was going on and everything, but it forced us into a sticky situation because Dace does travel for work, and so we said in our heads, hey, we need to go get a new car right now because she travels a lot. We can't just, get a crappy car, so on and so forth. And so we went out and bought the Bronco. That is why we bought the Bronco. Then after a couple months went by, Dace put 10,000 miles pretty much. I think it was about 8,000 miles on the Bronco. And so we were like, hey, this isn't going to work. By the time that we even get the car paid off, it's going to be in the salvage yard. And so we ended up overhauling our vehicle setup. Like I said, the car was taken, and then the two trucks that we had, I had one for a past business that I had. We ended up selling it and then selling the old storm chasing truck. And so we ended up using the money from that and bought a pretty decent beater car so that Dace could travel for work. So then we were kind of frustrated because we were like, hey, we took out a loan on a car, a brand new car. We always said we wouldn't buy a brand new car until we're super financially stable, stuff like that. But it was one of those things that we felt like God really gave us a kick in the butt and was like, go get it, go do it. I'm blessing you with this. That's literally what it felt like. And so then we had the Corolla, which is what Dace drives to work, and then the Bronco, which is brand new and sitting there, and we had the realization that this was the vehicle that we were trying to get. We had sat down probably about a year from now, so last February, sat down and had a talk And we're like, we need to start praying, start having faith that we're going to get a new vehicle for next chase season. We're going to take it serious. We're going to get the live stream set up to be like the pros, all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what was happening. So we were able to get that vehicle. It was a complete blessing. And so we just started saving from there. And we were like, hey, we're going to make this the storm chasing car. And then November rolled around, and we bought an anemometer for the car from Accurate. And so I shot my shot and sent them an email and said, hey, would you guys be willing to partner? And they said, absolutely. Let me send you a free weather station. And so they sent that to us, and we were able to partner with them, which has been amazing. Their equipment is absolutely amazing. Then, as time went on, we kept saving. We got stickers for the car, roof rack, all that kind of stuff, slowly adding more and more. And then at the first of the year, we reached out to a couple of different companies, and they actually were able to sponsor us. And that was huge because their sponsorship, the money from those sponsorships, went straight to equipment, and we are officially done buying equipment. Now, it's easier said than done. It wasn't just reached out to the first company and they were like, yeah, we'll sponsor you. It was not like that. We had multiple companies say no. But like I said, they were amazing. They ended up saying yes, and we signed the agreements and got the money, and were able to get our equipment that we needed. We were set up this spring. We were ready to roll. We have life-saving equipment, any and all equipment, and amazing equipment to make the live streams a heck of a lot better. But that is the story. I've been debating on telling that story as it's kind of personal and everything, but that is exactly how we got the Bronco. That is exactly how we got all of our equipment and how we are getting our start. We were blessed with amazing jobs to be able to afford the Bronco and everything, but that is why I definitely feel like God's hand was in it. As much as the family issue and all that kind of stuff was terrible, at the same point in time, it was a blessing. Like, there's so much good that came out of that situation. And so I won't elaborate on the situation, but a lot of positive came out of it. But that's our story.